We're live. We're
We're
going.
live. Hello. Welcome to Live Masters TV Showcase. I am your host and your live master, Mike Chavez, and I'm so super excited today to bring you Kathy DeJong all the way from the land down under. She's one of our first Live Master Video Challenge interview challenge crushers. And we're going to go over what all that means here in a couple seconds. So if you don't know who I am, my name is Mike Chavez. Been on a live video journey close to 4 years, going live daily with videos to connect with other people and help them do the same using videos on the internet. So I'm broadcasting to you live from the fabulous city of Las Vegas, Nevada. As you're coming into this video live or on the replay, let us know where in the world you are watching so we can give you a proper shout out. I couldn't be more happy to have this amazing guest today. She's from the land down under, like I'd mentioned. I actually was blessed to meet her about 7 months ago, I think. It's been longer, close to a year. I'm not sure. Time flies when you're having fun. Kathy and I are actually involved in an incredible project and opportunity that we're working on the side, but that's not what we're going to talk about really tonight. We're going to talk more about going live on video and getting your message out, especially if you have something you really want to share. So I'm going to introduce Kathy. She's going to let you know a little bit about herself, and we're going to get right into this and see how awesome Kathy is. So Kathy, go ahead and let people know who you are a little bit, where you're tuning in from, and what you're passionate about.
All right. Look, thank you, Mike. Thanks for having me, and thanks for inviting me here today. Because, this is really cool. So, I'm Kathy DeJong, and I'm from Melbourne, Australia. You can probably tell by my great accent, Woo. Anyway, hi, Latoya. Hi, Latoya. And so, what do? I do many things. I'm a mum. I'm a wife. I like to care for people, look after people. So in doing that, I'm also an alternate therapist and do spiritual healing as well. And I'm an entrepreneur in the healing and nutrition world as well. So, and that's sort of my latest little venture that I've sort of jumped into, and I'm really excited about being involved in that too. In terms of my alternate therapy healing that I've done, I've been doing that for about the last probably about 20 years or so. So that's now just showing you how old I am, but I'm not going to tell you how old I am unless Mike does ask me, and I'll make you all guess or something. So, there we go. So the thing is, what else is there to tell about me? Well, we've got 2 cats, and I know some people don't like cats, but that's okay. We used to have a dog, but she sadly passed away a few years ago, and we haven't replaced her because she was our real member of our family. How can you replace somebody that you love that much? So we haven't gone down that road of getting another dog yet, but maybe we will, maybe we won't. We'll just see what happens in the future. I've got a lot of goals and dreams, and I think I actually have a dog in one of my goals in the future to get another dog. Yeah, I want to get an Akita.
Oh, those are beautiful dogs.
Yeah, I really love these dogs. We had Keisha, our dog, before that passed away. She was an Akita Labrador cross, so she had the mix of both of the good qualities of those dogs. But that's probably about it. I don't know what else I could say about myself. I'm a fun-loving person. I've got a good sense of humor. I believe I do. I don't know.
Oh no, you absolutely do have an incredible sense of humor. I love your sense of humor. So that's what's really cool about this video challenge that we did. We asked a series of questions that you've already answered on video in the group, and the first question was an introductory to introduce yourself, and you did that quite well just by what you've shared with us in the introductory video, in the introductory part of what you just said. But the next question that I'll ask you, and you've already answered this question, and it's a pretty important question because when I got a mentor, it changed my life. And the question that I posed is share something that a mentor or a teacher has taught you that you feel passionate about to share with other people and teach other people. So what was that for you? What is something that a mentor has taught you that you feel passionate about to teach others, Kathy?
Okay, so this one was actually many years ago. It was probably one of my first, second mentors. But it was actually interesting in doing this exercise because I actually went back to when I used to do ballet, and my first teacher that I sort of spent probably 10, 15 years with in that sense. And I found that, she taught me discipline because, ballet is a very disciplined art, but also that whole thing of taking responsibility for yourself, because you had to take responsibility for your body. And then from there, with my next mentor, because I've had a couple over the years, it was my meditation teacher. And of course, when you're studying that was another thing that he taught in terms of the philosophy of Buddhism, which is something that I did follow back then, not something that I'm totally following now. I'm on a different path, but it was that whole thing of taking 100% responsibility. So that's in the sense of like your thoughts, your actions, your words, your feelings, like everything in that sense. And some people might think that's an easy thing to do. However, it's not an easy thing to do. I mean, you have other distractions come in to like sidetrack, you have family, you have children, you have work, you have, your self-esteem issues, you have, all of these things that sort of factor in to actually take responsibility of your own thoughts and actions can be quite hard for people, because it can be really confronting, because, you might be a person that has a lot of sadness in your life, or you've had a lot of trauma in your life. And it's like that will impact how you react to situations around you. So you'll have those situations happening and you might speak without sort of thinking or feeling what's connecting into you from that situation, and react, but not take that responsibility for what's coming out of your mouth. So that's something that I've always instilled in my children as they were growing up, because this was part of my life as they were growing up when they were younger. So it's something that I'm quite passionate about, because I believe when you do have that 100% responsibility, then you are caring for people around you, you are sharing with people, you are connecting with people on a deeper level, which is what I love to do. And you're actually making real relationships. It's not just pretend, or it's not just, for show or anything like that. There's actually a heart connection. And that's what I really love. My going on from that, even when I went to the next mentor, same thing. It actually boiled down to that same thing. And my recent mentor that I now have, who he is embodying every aspect of that, plus other things as well. But I think it actually does boil down to that 100% responsibility, because you take 100% responsibility for your business, for what you do in the business, for how you talk to people, how you listen to people, just everything. So I just think that's the best thing to sort of take from that. And I think you can get lots of little nuggets from your mentors, and different things that resonate with each person. And that's to me the ultimate.
I agree 100%. Well, because if you're not taking responsibility, then you're going to be blaming other people for what's going on, your problems, right? And how do you ever figure out and come up with solutions for those problems if you're so busy blaming other people?
Exactly, because you cannot move forward in your life. You can't grow and you can't expand if you can't do that simple thing. There's no way you're going to get anywhere in the world. You'll be just stuck back in that blame game, and just like going around in that merry-go-round, or on that, what is it, the
treadmill,
the mice little mice go and just staying exploring the world. So
exactly. No, I agree 100%. You get to a stage in your life where you realize that we all go through things, and we have to take responsibility. It's not what's happened to us. It's what we're going to become of what's happened to us. Right. So
definitely
100%. So, all right. The next question that I have for you is, could you share a quick story of how that you have helped a client or a customer with any of your services, like what you're doing now, or maybe things that you've done in the past?
Okay. So probably like with things that I've done in the past in terms of like with my healing and everything, yeah, I've helped people like start their path to back to living life again, basically. And when I think about it like that, that's quite profound, because I've had some people, I had a client actually that had chronic fatigue, and she came and had some healings with us. And, you know, she was a person that wasn't taking responsibility for herself really, and was putting it on to other people to look after her and everything. And yeah, basically, you know, we did the healing with her, and then I was in her life for a while, you know, for quite a while, really into her life, and said, okay, you need to do this. And I gave her goals to do, like, you need to get yourself a full-time job now, or you need to move out and live with somebody. You can't be on your own, you know. And I just gave her these little steps to do along the way. And, you know, rather than just sort of do a whole big at the time. So it was probably about a year or two in terms of in her life and helping her take those steps forward, because she had been in such a place where she was actually frozen and couldn't move forward. And that was from trauma that she'd had when she was a, you know, young child and everything. And just to help her move forward in that aspect, I mean, it's great. Like, she's now become a woman where she's gone traveling. She's been living over in Bali, and she's back here in Australia. And she's taken on these new different jobs and just exploring things and having relationships. And, you know, some of them haven't worked, but, you know, at least she's doing it. At least she's trying, you know. I mean, that's the thing. It's like, you've got to do something and try, you know. If you don't try, then what's the use of living, you know? So it's, and that was the thing. That's like, she's one person that really comes to mind at this point. I think also, you know, like following through and also keeping that connection with people when you do connect with them, rather than just, you know, I think one of my friends always says it's the dash and dine thing. Like, don't do that. You don't do that. It's that, you know, like, let's connect and let's keep a relationship here, because if you're not having a relationship with people, then what are you actually doing here in this world? Because, you know, we're all connected.
Yeah, absolutely. Relationships are the true currency in the world, 100%. Because without healthy relationships, I believe you're broke. You need them for your soul, you know?
Definitely do. Yeah.
I love those stories of how, you know, what you do is having such a huge impact, you know? I myself, I can't even imagine the impact or the scope of what I've been doing over the last few years. I'm a very humble guy. You know me off camera, and you've had conversations with me. It's the same person talking to you now on this live video in front of God and everybody, as if we're talking in private. So, it's really cool to be able to, like you said, like, be yourself and just have people be able to help people with who you are, right?
Yeah, oh, definitely. I mean, that's what I love most, is that sort of like being able to help people and to help get them onto a new path in their life, whether it's, you know, to make money or to find out about themselves, or, you know, like, you know, anything really, because I just get a real kick out of that. And it's like, when I see people succeeding in their life, I really love it, because I know that I've been a part of it, and I can. And even if they've forgotten that I was a part of it, it doesn't matter. I don't need that acknowledgement. Just for me to see it, I just go, yeah, it's happening. And I just get really happy for that person. So, yeah, that's you know, that's sort of it, really. I mean, I could go on about other things, but I think that's sort of the essence of it, real, in that sense. So, yeah.
Cool. Awesome. So now you are a healer, and I'm sure you are aware of several different modalities, and the healing space itself probably has a lot of misconceptions. So that leads me to my next question. What is the biggest misconception that people have about what it is that you do to help people?
Yeah, okay. I'm smiling because I remember this video and I got so passionate about this one. I think I was like going down the camera, because I felt like there's times I feel like I just want to throttle some people that I see on Facebook World and everything, because it's like, And I know I probably might have not said exactly what I wanted to say when I did my video. So my point, and and anybody that's out there that is in the healing modalities or anything like that, please don't take offense, because I don't know you personally. So I'm not, this is just a rash generalization of what I have seen in the world as such. So over my years, I've come across quite a few people that, they might have read one or two books. They might have gone to one class, in terms of like a meditation class, for example, or one yoga class. And, and then they read a couple of books, and then because they have, I guess, probably a bit more knowledge in terms of like promoting themselves and have a wonderful website, and and they look gorgeous, they've got the beautiful body and their muscles, and they're glowing in their skin, and they're just and they can do a pose on the cliff top, and you're going, oh wow, that's amazing. Yet at the same time, when you get to know that person, they don't know how to talk to you, they don't know how to connect. And we'll keep going back to this whole connection thing. So it's a common thread, isn't it? And they're actually quite empty and shallow. And I have come across many people in the healing world that are like that, and then proclaim that they are experts and gurus, and come along to my retreat. You're going to learn so much. And I actually just sit there and I laugh at them, and I feel really bad for doing that, because I think I shouldn't be laughing at these people, because they are helping other people in some way or another. But at the same time, I know the value of real teachers, and I know the value of real mentors. I know the value of people that share from their heart, and I know the value that people that share from their experiences. Because for me, life experience is far outweighs anything that you can learn in a university, college, in a book. Reading books is great. Don't get me wrong. I love reading books because they're all about self-development. However, life experiences far outweigh anything that a book can teach you. You can read about it in a book. You could read about that experience you've had and actually maybe get it into words, and maybe get a concept of what has happened in your life, and then relate to that. And then from there, you can teach. However, if you haven't had the life experience about that concept or about that belief, how can you actually teach about it? How can you actually heal? How can you actually help people if you haven't actually experienced it yourself? Yeah. And I think it's really
you can't pour from an empty cup, right? You can't give away what you don't have, right?
Yeah, exactly. And that's like my whole passion thing. So it's like, I really I resonate with people who have had life experiences, who have had issues in their lives, or have had trauma, have had heartache. Because when you meet people like that, you know that they're going to come to you from their heart. You're going to relate on that level. And, in terms of the healing, I help people with that. But then in terms with what I'm doing now, with my business now, I'm learning so much in the sense of like, I'm able to all of my experiences that I've had with everything that's I'm learning and reading and going, I did that, I've done that. And then I'm like going, oh my God, I've always said my life was an open book, and it virtually really is an open book. You can pick one of these books, like, I don't know, I've got this book, The Greatest Secret. I know, I can pick it up and go, I know this, and I've read it and I know it, and I'm like going, that's me. I've been living my life like that, and it's just like, but I never knew it. And that's what's really fun. I'm really just loving it all.
Right. So the biggest misconception about that people have about what you do is, unfortunately, when we do something, and there's other bad apples or bad actors that do the same thing, some of those things you mentioned at the beginning don't describe you at all, but do describe some people that you've come across. And that's a common misconception about healers. Some of the things you mentioned, right?
Oh, definitely. Like, and that's the thing. It's like people will sort of look at me and go, "Oh, you do healing," and I go, "Yeah, I do." And then they go, "But you're real. Like you're sitting down and talking with me and listening to me." And I go, "Of course, because I have to find out who you are, and I have to hear your story and everything." And then, after about half an hour or an hour, because usually when they come in, this is funny, you'll like this. Usually when people have come in to see me in terms of healing, they'll come in and they've got this big wall up around them, like, because they've got this mistrust, they've got this skeptical, because they've been to many healers before, and they're like, "Oh, we've been to these people and they've charged us thousands of dollars and this and everything." And then when they come in and they sit down and they talk with us, because my husband Stuart does it with me as well, and we're just real, we're sitting around our kitchen table. Well, it's nothing fancy. We're just normal people sitting around the kitchen table, have a cup of tea and just talk to them. And then after about an hour, we just said, "So how do you feel about all that?" Like, and just talk to them about things. And then they're just like, "Oh, I really trust you. I'm so with you. What do you want me to do?" And I'm just like, "Well, we'll just go upstairs and we'll do our healing on you. Are you open to that?" And they go, "Yeah." And then I go, "Okay, let's do it." And so it just happens like that. And it's that easy. And I'm saying this and I'm smiling at the same time, because it's also the same thing that I do with our business as well. It's like, create that relationship, create that, and you build it up, and then the person will just go, "Okay, what do you want me to do?" Because I'm not fake, and because from my heart, people will see that. So
you can't fake it. You can't. It's people are too smart these days, and even if you're talking to somebody that you want to work with, you're going to want to make sure that you're just open and honest and stay in your lane, basically, and don't act like you know things that you don't know, really.
Yeah, exactly. I love what Carmen's just written. She's just written, "You can't give what you don't have." That's so true. Yeah. You can't. You actually can't.
No, I think people will definitely respect you a lot more if you say, I'm not 100% sure about that because I don't have as much experience as you in that field.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm qualified to give an answer. People are like, "Oh, okay, yeah." Stay in your lane.
Stay in your own lane. Exactly. I'm always like that. There's stuff I don't know, and I'll just go, "I don't really know the answer to that, but I'll get in touch with somebody and see if I can get the answer for you." But and in every job I've always been like that, because I'm always learning. So it's like I'm always going, "I think I know the answer, but you know what? I'm not going to give you that answer right now. I'm going to check on it, and I'm just going to make sure that what I give you is going to be the right information."
Yeah.
So and it works. It's what you say to people. It's common sense, really. Like, I think people have forgotten what common sense is, and have forgotten how it is to listen.
Common sense is not so common. We all know that already.
Yeah.
Okay, so listen, I'm going to throw you a curveball.
Okay.
I'm going to ask you kind of a question that you didn't answer, but and I had a really good question and I just forgot it. Like, I just forgot it right now, live. I just forgot it. Can you believe that?
What are you doing? You're killing me.
I know what the question that was. Well, the last question you already answered, so I'm not going to go there. But I'll ask the next question. Then hopefully I'll remember the other question because it was a really good one. Oh no, I know what it is. Okay, here it is. Can you share something real quick with someone that they could listen to right now and take away from this live video to help them with something like you help your clients? Like what's one thing, like your go-to thing that you tell someone if they're stressed or they got a lot on their mind or they can't clear their head? Like what's that one thing that you could share with us real quick that people could take away from this video and maybe apply?
Okay, easy. What I get people to do when they're in that situation is, oh gosh, Trenton, please don't write comments. You're distracting me. One thing that I get people to do is to sit, quiet, and breathe. Like, we've all forgotten how to breathe, and that is actually the key to everything, because breath is life. So what I usually get people to do is I get them to sit wherever they are, close their eyes, okay, and then just like relax, like let the shoulders drop. Maybe even give your head a little bit of a shake because we might be a bit stiff because we've been looking at the computer for a few hours today already. So just sort of do that. And then you breathe in through your nose. When you're breathing in through your nose, you're going to take that breath and pull it all the way down to your stomach. And your stomach is going to expand out. All right, no, you might not be able to do it right now because of how we've got to do all these things first. So you breathe in, you hold it down into your stomach. Hold it there for about the count of 5. Then when you breathe out, you're going to blow it out through your mouth. So do that 5 times. You can do that 5 times in the morning. Just sit, just feel yourself, like feel your heart, feel where you're sitting in the day. And it's good to do at the beginning of the day because it just gets you started. So it's like doing that breath in. It's like that cleansing. So you're breathing in positivity and you're going to blow out any negativity that's stored in your body. So that's like, in doing that, it is like just cleansing yourself. You're giving yourself that cleanse for the day. Now, that's a very basic meditation practice. Probably many people have done it. Many people share this type of practice and they go, oh, and it is, it's good. It's a good cleansing practice to do, and it's one that I do every day. Now, I do that. I'm doing the Miracle Morning at the moment and I'm loving it. So I'm like getting up at 5 o'clock in the morning and I start my day off with the meditation. So I actually do that breathing practice and then I do my meditation and then I do affirmations, I do visualization, I do the exercises like this, and this is all just 10 minutes. So you've got I'm calling it my hour of power and I'm loving it. But the meditation, if people only have 5 or 10 minutes at the beginning of the day and that's all they've got to do, that is the best thing I think you can do to start your day off. And it will just help you get grounded. And then also throughout the day when situations are coming, like, you've got stress, you've had a bad phone call with someone, you didn't get the right answer you wanted or, things like that. Give yourself that minute. Like turn everything off. Just put your phone to the side. Don't look at it. And just take a breath in and out and just feel that positivity, like just breathe it in. And it's good to do outside as well because then you're getting connected to the nature. So like if you're out for a walk, going on a hike, stop for 5 minutes and do the breathing because then you're getting in really good positive energy around you because you're out, say if you're out in the mountains or, I don't know where you have what you've got near you, but just getting out into the nature is a great thing for. Like I go for a walk. I do a 5-kilometre walk every morning and I go down, we call them billabongs here in Australia. So I think for you, it might just be a little pond.
Yeah, no, I just learned what a billabong was the other day. I always thought it was a pair of surf trunks, but
This is true. Many people have that conception, but it isn't. It's actually like a little pond out in the bush. And, you've got your gum trees all around and everything like that. So I'll go there and I'll actually stop midway in my walk and stop and do my breathing there. And it just energizes you. And it gives you that more energy for the day. And then you let go of all the crap, excuse me, but I'll just say that. You let go of it all. And then you just can move on with the rest of your day and not get caught up in all the dramas that you've had before that. So I do it. Sometimes I do it regularly through the day, like who knows? It's something that I feel is a good thing to do. And I usually give that to a lot of my clients after they've had their first healing with us and they love it. And, so that would be the one thing that I would give to everybody to do and try. And look, just try it. Like, if you don't try, you don't buy, whatever. It's no skin off my nose, So,
yeah, definitely. Yeah, you're incredible, Kathy. I could sit here and talk to you all day. I have one more question for you, and then we'll and then we'll kind of wrap it up and tell everybody, what, get some people some more information about the video challenge. And this is where the video challenge ends up, is an interview just like this. So the last question is, what are you doing right now to bring awareness to your brand and what you're doing to help other people? What are you currently doing right now to bring awareness to yourself and what you're doing?
Well, currently I'm doing what we're doing now. This is what my plan is, to do all these sorts of things. Also, getting myself a lot more active on Facebook and Instagram, because social media is where it's at. And especially now here in Melbourne, where we have been in lockdown for goodness knows how long, I think it's 100 days or more. That's been a challenge to sort of get yourself out there, because I've started this new business and everything, and to get myself out there and to, connect with people. Very hard when you can't get, belly to belly and meeting people. I like to meet people. I like to get out there and have a coffee with people and, and chat. So I have, invite cards, business cards, just probably just connecting there. Also, from friends, like connecting with friends and going, how are you? And having little, catch up with other people. And they might bring someone along that you haven't met before, and then you're like, oh, and they might know somebody. Referrals are always good to have, like get referrals from other people. What else am I doing? I'm reading books, because I've got to read things and get myself, in the right mindset to be able to connect to people, to be able to promote myself, and joining groups. Like, that's another thing that I've been doing. I'm in the process here in Australia, because we've got a B&I chapter that's in my area, and apparently they want me. Don't know why, but anyway, they do. They want me to join. So I'm like, okay, I guess I could join. Why not? I'll give it a shot. And but connecting with groups, like sort of, I guess, things that you have interest in. Like, with I know if you're into walking, then find some walking groups in your area and meet up with those people. If you're into art, then get yourself off to a few creative classes and meet people that way, because it is all about connecting and social connection, because that's where we're at. And I think with the way everything's been going currently in the world, people are now remembering what it's like to connect with other people and actually putting value on it, because before we were so caught up in the phones, in the internet, and it's ironic we've got to do this over the internet, but that's how it is. But you know what I mean? Like, people would get so caught up in it and forget about relating to people around them, and like family members, and that's been something that's been really interesting for me to watch, is that people are actually having those relationships and putting a lot more value in those relationships, and and really appreciating and having that gratitude as well for those connections that they have. So it's just getting yourself out there and just not being stuck in the house, but actually getting out there in the world, whatever way it takes, whatever way you got to do it, really.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah, cool. Well, yeah, I mean, you already know I'm obsessed with doing videos. Obviously, that's why. Yeah, I'm doing these here, but I feel that videos have so much benefit. People can see who you are. They get a good idea. I don't know about you, but I don't stop and watch people's stuff unless it's really intriguing and they're, somebody I really want to watch. Right.
Exactly. Yeah.
So when people stop and watch you, then that really means something. You have an opportunity to build a relationship with someone, and then the personal development side of it. I mean, just to be able to take action right in the moment and have to think of something to say all the time and articulate your words and communicate with other people like this it's huge. So huge. That's why I totally believe that going live and putting yourself out there like this is the best personal development you can do. So let me ask you, are you going to continue going live? No, you're done with the challenge. I'm going to be starting another challenge group.
Yeah.
But it's going to be a paid group, but there's certain people that are going to get it for free because I'm already working with them. And, you're one of them, of course. But
Okay.
so my question really is: are you going to continue to do the videos to
Yes,
get exposure? Now, are you going to start doing them on your personal page now instead of
I
the group?
believe I will. Yeah, I believe I will. Like I was doing a couple before that. I was doing some live videos, like when I do my walks, and that was interesting because I started to. I went and then I got out of internet rage and it went out on me, and I was like, oh my goodness. So I have to pick the spots that I'm doing them at and make sure I've got good internet coverage. But yeah, I love doing it, and it's given me, I guess, it's given me a platform to start from as well, Mike. Because before that, it was just pretty haphazard what I did. Like it was just me and my life. Like I think one I did was I was at a concert and did a live feed from a concert, and but you just see me, singing away this song, but I was having a lot of fun, and I just wanted to share the fun that I was having at the time. And
that's the thing about the Facebook Lives, though, that people don't understand. I mean, it's not a TED Talks, it's not a speech.
Yeah.
It's a Facebook Live, and when you can show up and be fun like that, people are going to connect with you a lot more. Unless if you're wearing a 3-piece suit in a perfectly produced studio, you know what I mean?
Exactly. It's funny because the ones that I've done in the past, they've always been like that. Then also, like with a sunrise, like with our house in Bali, they have amazing sunrises and sunsets there. And just listening to all the birds starting at the beginning of the day. But then I'll do like a little bit of a running commentary of what's going on. And then I did one where I walked through the village and everybody's starting up like their days, like their morning walking to the market. And it was one of the best videos I've done. I really enjoyed it. And I'm just walking along and people are stopping and talking to me. And I had this one woman talk to me in Indonesian. I didn't understand a word she was saying. And she knew I didn't understand it, but she kept on talking because she was on camera. She was going to keep on talking to me. So I was like, okay, this is live. This is what happens when you come live with me. And if anybody understands what she's saying, please let me know. And I didn't get an answer, but at the same time, it was just that connecting. And she was just loving it. She was just in her element. And but yeah, I had a lot of people watch that video and just go, "Oh my goodness, you're so funny! That was hilarious!" And I'm like, well, "This is, I was just getting bored as I was walking and thought, oh well, I might as well have a bit of fun while I'm doing this." And there was so much happening, like people on push bikes and a man with, walking his ducks, and it was just and kids walking to school. And this was like at 6 o'clock in the morning. And it was like the village comes to life, and it was just fantastic. So it's like that's what I really love to do, is to share that bit of my world as well. And then whatever happens from there, I'm happy to do that too. So, but yes, I will definitely do live feed, my page. People.
Well, I'm excited. I'll definitely be watching your videos. I love your personality, and your energy is incredible. I get to see you speak a lot more than everybody else on social media because of our project. But yeah, it's been really fun, Kathy. And if anybody's interested in taking the 7-day Live Masters video interview challenge, just let me know. We'll definitely, if you're in our free community, you could check it out. And we'll do this for you as well, like we've done for Kathy. But yeah, follow Kathy. Send Kathy a friend request. She's absolutely amazing. And you and I, Kathy, will start working together a little bit on how to get you more consistent on your personal page and build your audience so people will start watching you.
Yeah? Oh, look, thank you so much, Mike, because yeah, I have learned a lot just doing this 7-day challenge. It's been really good. And it has sort of pushed me out of my boundaries a bit more, because it was like I had to really think and, like, what do I want to say to that? And then I was like, well, I know what I want to say. And then you have the thoughts and they're running around in your head, and then you start talking and you're like going, I missed this bit or I missed that bit. But it's that whole thing of actually just still talking and still communicating and not sort of showing that you're thinking too much in your head. So, yeah, I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, we'll help you. We'll help you out. We'll structure your videos. We'll give you, we're going to get you a template and everything to help you fill out for your videos, just to put bullet points that are no scripts or nothing like that, but just to help you frame and structure your videos so you can stay on point. Because I can't even tell you how many times that I've done a video and been like, oh my gosh, I should have said this, I should have said that. And yeah, it definitely helps with that. So cool. So what time is it over there right now in Australia? About 8 in the morning, 7:30, 7:40?
7:40, because we got into daylight saving. So I forgot about daylight saving, and I was like, I didn't remember it. And I went, I get to have an extra hour of sleep before I get up really early this morning, and I managed to do that. So yeah.
What time did you get up this morning? Your local time?
4:00 in the morning. Yeah.
Oh,
I
okay.
got up at 3:30. So yeah, I got 3:30 to get on a call at 4:00. We had a training session, which was amazing, on goal setting. I just loved it.
Yeah. Well, that's what happens when you start doing international business. You gotta make those sacrifices sometimes.
Definitely. And I love doing international business. I'm just loving it. I'm meeting so many people. Like I've met you, and I've met I've met an amazing bunch of people, which I'm just able to now say, hey, you guys are my family, because I just love it. It's connecting again and connecting with people, which is what I love to do. I think I've been saying, I feel like I'm on repeat. I just love connecting. I love connecting with people, and it's like I'm doing a Groundhog Day on connection, but at the same time, that's what's happening. And, and I'm really enjoying it. I'm really enjoying this journey, this phase of my life. And I'm really excited about it because, what we're doing is, it's incredible. It's groundbreaking, really. And I'm really, I'm just looking forward to seeing where the next 5 years, I'm going to just say 5 years, the next 5 years, where I am in 5 years' time, I think is going to be pretty amazing. And I believe...
Look what's happened to me in less than 2 years.
I know.
Wait, and so you have just wait for another year how you're going to transform too, because it takes a while, but it's incredible. Like
I can't wait, because seriously, I've seen your journey and I'm like going, oh God, I just want to get there, and I want it all to happen right now. I get very impatient with things. However,
you're on the same road. You're just a few exits behind. That's all.
I know.
I just got on the freeway earlier than you did. That's all.
This is true. And we'll all exit at the same spot.
We're all going to the same place.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Well, you're awesome and you're amazing. Thank you so much for coming on and spending a good part of your morning here with us today. And I would definitely encourage everyone to watch and follow you. And this won't be the last time that we're going to do an interview together. I have some pretty cool stuff going on that we're going to have like a panel of all these incredible people speaking on different topics in one show. So I'm working on some really good stuff. It's going to be lots of fun. So stay tuned. And all right, Kathy, take us away. Tell everybody good day.
Oh, good day, mate, and welcome and goodbye and sayonara. But I don't even know what it is in Aussie slang to say goodbye. I just think it's, good day, and then goodbye is just, maybe bye, goodbye. Goodbye.
All right, goodbye, everybody. We'll talk to you later.